Hi again, everybody. Mike Costa with you here on GoAztecs.com, and welcome to another edition of Aztecs Now Online. We are joined by Brady Hoke, the head football coach here at San Diego State University. Coach, your fourth win in a row against Colorado State. Got close at the end a little bit, but the ultimate goal once again was attained, the victory. How did this one look to you on tape?
Well, you know, I think we make them exciting for all those people in the stands, but. You know, we complimented each other as a team, first of all, because we struggled a little bit early offensively and thought our defense stood up a couple different times, held them to field goals. I thought we were aggressive. They were averaging in the league 189 yards a game rushing, and we held them to 31. So I thought there were some really good things defensively we did. But, you know, you can't turn the ball over 5 times and win football games. And obviously we found a way to do it and to win, and that's important, but we've got to learn a lot from it.
The team now 7-2 on the year, undefeated at home, which the Aztecs haven't been in a little bit of time. Is that something that you emphasize, defending that home turf?
Well, you know, we love playing in Aztec Warrior Stadium, you know, and our guys enjoy playing in front of the students, playing in front of the community and families and friends. So it's something that's important to us because you want to stake your ground, and you know, winning any game is important, but when you can win at home, it makes you feel a lot better.
The 3 phases of your football team this year have done a really good job of stepping up when maybe if the offense is struggling, defense steps up. If defense struggles, maybe the special teams kick in with the big play. This week the offense struggled a little bit. Your defense, though, played some lights out football.
Well, I thought the kids really got after it, you know, and the challenge was in the running game, as you know, you want to be able to stop the run, and then you can get teams a little more one-dimensional. And I thought our guys up front, I thought our linebackers, thought Miles Burris, and I thought Yarbs and Rob Andrews, who played a lot for us, you know, did a nice job of getting to the football and making things happen. I think offensively in the second half we got a little bit of rhythm. We were doing some better things, but at the same time, you know, you can't give the ball away. You know, sure. we don't want to be goodwill. You know, we want to make sure we're possessing what we have.
You mentioned Miles Burris today, named the Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Has he been one of your steadiest defenders this year?
I think he's been the most, probably as consistent as anybody, and I think he's really, from a year ago, I think he's matured as a player. I think he's matured as a linebacker within the system, and a lot of that is the familiarity with what we do on defense, and a lot of it is his work ethic every day and how he practices and how he prepares.
You have talked since day one that the important thing is getting better week to week. The last couple of weeks, maybe not the best Aztec football we've seen, but you've got the wins. When you do eliminate those mistakes and do play the best football that we've seen, can this team make some special things happen?
Well, I mean, that's the goal, you know, and I like our football team. I really do. I like how they've hung in there. I like how we've played hard at the end of football games and won some games. And you look at like a guy like Doug Deacon, you know, tremendous play on the onside kick again, and going up to get it and fighting for the ball and securing it for us. And that's a huge play in the football game. And that's a guy who's not playing a whole lot on offense, but in the kicking game he's done a great job, and he's been a great leader for us.
This week the TCU Horned Frogs, number 3 team in the country, obviously at the tops of the Mountain West Conference right now, but the Aztecs' goal is still win the Mountain West Conference Championship. How stern a test do they present for you, and what do you have to do to win down in Fort Worth?
Well, you know, I think this, Mike. I think, you know, they're a tremendous football team. They've got good players. I think Gary does a great job. Gary Patterson, their coach, and his mindset is probably a little like mine. He's a defensive-minded guy, and they play hard together. They have been in a system that they all understand for years now, and they play physical, fast football. And when we look at us and what we can be, that's what we want to be able to do is play physical, respect each other on the field. That means you're going to be accountable and you're going to play your best. And, that's always the goal, is to improve every football game. And we've got some things that we've got to, make sure we have better ball security and taking care of the football. But in all three phases, we've got to go down to Fort Worth and play our football and not worry too much about TCU. Worry about us and worry about the San Diego State Aztecs.
Coach, I'm sure the red and black fans anticipating a very exciting game. As always, appreciate your time and good luck against TCU.
Thanks, Mike.
Coming up next, we're joined by right guard Nick Embernati. We'll talk about the improved offensive line and the big matchup against TCU as Aztecs Now Online continues after this.
This is Kirk Morrison, proud Aztec alum. November 20th is a huge game for the Aztecs when they host the nationally ranked Utah Utes at Qualcomm Stadium. Come out to the big game against Utah and pick up your very own Kirk Morrison Aztec jersey. Go Aztecs!
Welcome back to Aztecs Now Online. We are joined by sophomore offensive lineman Nick Embernati. Nick, a big win over Colorado State on Saturday night. The offense maybe didn't play as crisp a game of football as Aztec fans are used to, but the ultimate goal is getting the win. How pumped was the team after this victory?
We were all pretty pumped. Our goal week in and week out is to win and keep going towards that Mountain West title. But we all kind of knew that we have to play better in order to actually keep our hopes alive and keep it going.
This team really, in the last couple of weeks, has grind out the victory. It hasn't been easy, but as I said, you've been able to get the win. Does this team have a kind of a grind-it-out attitude, really, getting the win no matter what it takes?
Yeah, that comes from all of us are kind of coming closer to as a team, playing together and just trusting the guy next to you to make a play and just kind of cover your back. We
talked to Coach Oak about the fact that the Aztecs are undefeated right now at home in Qualcomm Stadium. It is red and black turf, as they say. Does the team have that same mentality, defend your home turf no matter what the cost is? Yeah, just like what Coach Oak said, it's Aztec Warriors Stadium, and we come in, week out. We're going to defend it no matter what it takes. Coach Hoke, Ryan Lindley, Ronnie Hillman, a bunch of the offensive players have given the offensive line kudos this year because your play has improved so much from last year. You feel that as offensive linemen, the fact that your teammates do appreciate the job you guys are doing? Yeah, it's nice, but it's always nice to have those guys back there behind us making plays. So like the Ronnie Hillmans, the Walter Casey, and Brandon Sullivan, and all those guys making those plays. When we do our job, they do their job, and we all execute. When Ryan Lindley's handing the ball off to a guy like Ronnie Hillman, obviously your head is down, you're executing your block, but do you ever allow yourself a little sneak, a little peek to watch him do his thing once he's past you? I try not to, but sometimes it does happen. It must be a nice sight watching him go. Yeah, it is. Nick, you've got Texas Christian this week, number 3 team in the country. What type of challenge is a team like this? And in your mind, what type of football game do the Aztecs have to play to get out of there with the W? We just got to play our game. Just play physical, come off the ball, run the ball, and just match their intensity with our intensity. And that's pretty much what it'll take. But mainly just be physical. Nick, appreciate your time. Good luck against the Horned Frogs. Thank you. Coming up, cross-country runner Marianne Hogan joins us as the team gets ready for the NCAA Regionals. That's next as Aztecs Now Online continues after this.
All I do is win, no matter what. Thomas back to Leonard for the hammer. 'Cause all I do is win. And if you're going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Welcome back to Aztecs Now Online. We are now joined by sophomore cross-country athlete Marianne Hogan. Marianne, you had a great year this year, especially at the Pomona-Pitzer Invitational where you took first. You set a course record. What's been the key to the success so far this season?
I've actually had a bad year last year. I was injured a lot, and that pushed me a lot through the summer because I did a really good summer training. So I came in really fit and ready to race, so that was good for me.
When you have an injury, especially in a sport like cross country, Is it something where you have to be absolutely sure you are 100% before you resume training, or is it something where you can just kind of deal with it and go along as you train?
Well, in my case, it was more I broke my collarbone, so I had to make sure that that was really healed completely before I started running. But it depends of the injury, really, and depends if you can, like, because a lot of mileage is involved, so you have to make sure. But other than that, it's fine.
The team is heading into the NCAA West Regionals this weekend. Have you guys been preparing any differently for them, or is it just same old week in, week out?
We've been reducing the mileage coming into regionals, and we're more into strength training. We're reducing the intensity a lot, and we're getting ready to race for regionals.
What are the goals heading into the regionals?
We've had a bit of a disappointment in conference, so we're trying to get past it and race hard in regionals, definitely, because conference was in altitude, and we thought that was really hard for us, and we want to prove that we can do it at regionals, definitely.
Marianne, besides yourself, who else can we look to have a strong regional performance as far as the Aztecs are concerned?
Well, I'm hoping that everybody will do really well in
That's
Aztecs.
a good answer. That's a good answer.
Definitely, but a lot of the others, there's Josephine Koskinen, there's Sarah Byers, our team captain, and all of the other girls in our team also. We're hoping to do really well and get all the team together so we can get a good overall performance.
And finally, twice this year you've been named the Mountain West Conference Cross Country Athlete of the Week. What does that mean to you, especially as just a sophomore?
It was really encouraging, and it was actually really good when I went to conference. It's too bad that I wasn't able to perform as well as I would have hoped to. But it was a good confidence booster, definitely. And with the years to come, it's encouraging, definitely.
Marianne, it's something special to be a cross-country athlete. Like I said before we started, if someone made me go out and run a mile today, I'd probably die. But listen, thanks for the time, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
That will just about do it for this edition of Aztecs Now Online. As always, we leave you with a list of the upcoming events right up here on Montezuma Mesa. For all of us here, thanks for watching. I'm Mike Costa with you on GoAztecs.com.